hello. Didn't see you there. Hi, my name is Pascal and I am a hobby photographer. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you found the way. Let me be your guide around here. Follow me. Also, this is just water. I wanted to copy this coffee trend going on YouTube. This channel is all about learning photography. Let it be architecture or macro or landscape or anything between and beyond. Together we can discover and learn all of these genres and their pitfalls. So I am by no means a professional photographer, let alone intermediate. But that's the whole point of the story. See, when I started with photography, I read a ton of articles and watched hours on end of YouTube videos and tutorials and things like that. The reason was fairly simple. I just wanted to learn as much as possible and just to avoid buying useless or pointless stuff or just wasting money on something that I don't need, don't want, or anything like that. But guess what happened? Photography per se is not a cheap hobby. Someone even might say it's an expensive hobby, and it's all fine. But you don't need to spend thousands of bucks just to get even started. The problem with the aforementioned articles and videos were that they were mostly produced by way more experienced or maybe even professional photographers. And the advice they gave might be truthful and right and things like that, yet absolutely no one explains to you why the things or the advice they gave you work and other things they don't say do not work. Once you decided to invest into this hobby or an extension of it, you're going to plan or you're planning to spend more money. And you want to buy the best thing that your money actually can buy, and that's absolutely fine. I did the same. You go ahead and do probably the same thing as I did. You watch a ton of videos, you read a ton of articles, and make your decision based on that. But the recommendations you read in these comments, articles, see in the videos, are based on the opinion of the creator or the author, but it's not tailored to your specific needs. The thing is that you need to do some kind of transition work between what the creator or authors are saying to what are your actual needs. Yet the problem is you are not perfectly sure what your needs are. Just to give you an example. So I wanted to start out in macro photography. And I did a ton of research. Now, macro photography is a genre where there is almost no way where you can get away without using a flash, right? So I did have a flash at home. But I did some research and decided I want to have a ring flash. So I bought one off Amazon for around 30 bucks. So it actually arrived quite early, a few days later, and I started using it. 2 hours into using it, I decided that flash is crap. So I bought this ring flash because I thought I did the research. And I did everything that I could to make an informed decision here. Turns out I was so wrong. Now, the thing is, the videos that I watched and the articles that I read, they were perfectly correct, right? But the thing is that they maybe did not communicate disadvantages of these kind of flashes properly to me. So I need to go out and experience that myself. So additionally, one thing that is very important, you will realize that very early on if you do your research for your next investment into photography, that recommendations are for things that are, let's say, not anymore kind of budget, right? They're way more expensive than what you consider budget, basically. So I basically chose a budget option based on the input factors the articles and videos gave me, yet this budget option did not work. And aside from this obviously flash failure, I do have one or two more budget gear options at least bought for myself. So for the upcoming weeks, I want to invite you to come with me and explore different genres of photography, and more importantly, or at least at the same importance level, different gear options, budget focused, and see what things do work, and more importantly, what things do not work and why they don't work. So let's figure that out together. But there is absolutely no hard and fast rule why budget options shouldn't work in the first place. And I will prove that actually to you. So I definitely, as I said before, will definitely continue focusing on the budget stuff and figuring out how they work, if they work, and in which scenarios they do work or they don't work. And I emphasize that again, why? Because you need to understand why things work and why not, to make an informed decision, obviously. So we are still in winter and we're still in quarantine, so we will focus actually on something that we can do indoors, and which is more or less self-focused, something like self-portraits, and most importantly, not as a boring frame as this one is, with white background and me in the center and everything looks kind of So we will start with that. So come on and join me on my creative journey, finding my creative voice, or the lack thereof. Because I'm not creative. Or am I?